Inspect. To examine carefully for accuracy or quality. The supervisor will inspect the finished products. Institute. An organization or establishment for a specific purpose. The institute conducts research in environmental science. Instruct. To give directions or teach something. The teacher will instruct the students on the assignment. Integral. Essential or necessary for completeness. Communication is an integral part of a successful team. Integrate. To combine or blend into a unified whole. The company will integrate new technologies into its system. Integrity. Honesty and strong moral principles. She is known for her integrity and ethical behavior. Intelligence. The ability to learn, understand, and apply knowledge. The professor was impressed by her intelligence and insights. Intense. Strong or extreme in degree or intensity. The storm brought intense winds and heavy rain. Interact. To communicate or have an effect on each other. The students will interact with guest speakers during the event. Intermediate. Occurring between 2 points in time or skill level. The course is designed for both beginners and intermediate learners. Internal. Located or occurring inside something or within a group. The internal investigation revealed the source of the leak. Interpretation. The explanation or understanding of something. The audience had different interpretations of the painting. Interval. A period of time between events or actions. He takes short intervals during long study sessions. Intervene. To come between in order to prevent or change something. The teacher will intervene if students misbehave. Intrinsic. Belonging naturally, essential to the nature of something. The intrinsic value of the artwork made it priceless. Invest. To put money or resources into something for future benefit. They decided to invest in a promising startup company. Investigate. To examine thoroughly in order to gather information. The detective will investigate the crime scene. Invoke. To call upon or use something as a resource or authority. She invoked her right to remain silent during questioning. Isolate. To separate or set apart from others. The patient with a contagious disease was isolated in quarantine. Issues. Problems or concerns that need attention. The team discussed the issues affecting the project progress. Items. Individual things or objects. The grocery list includes various items for the recipe. Job. A task or work done to earn money or achieve something. He found a new job that suits his skills and interests. Journal. A written record of events, thoughts, or experiences. She writes in her journal every night before sleeping. Justify. To provide a reason or explanation for something. The report will justify the need for additional funding. Label. A tag or identifier that provides information. Please check the label on the product for instructions. Labor. Physical or mental work done for wages or productivity. The construction crew worked hard during the Labor Day. Layer. A single thickness or level of something. The cake has layers of sponge and cream. Lecture. An educational or informative speech or presentation. The professor delivered a lecture on physics. Legal. Relating to the law or authorized by it. The company sought legal advice regarding the contract. Legislation. Laws or acts passed by a legislative body. The new legislation aims to protect endangered species. Levy. To impose or collect a tax or fee. The government may levy a surcharge on luxury items. Liberal. Open to new ideas and willing to change. She has a liberal attitude towards social issues. License. Official permission or a document allowing something. He obtained a license to operate a business. Likewise. In the same way or manner. She enjoyed the movie, and likewise, her friends did too. Link to. Connect or join two or more things. The study aims to link sleep patterns to productivity. Locate. To find the position or place of something, we need to locate the missing documents. Logic. Reasoning or a system of valid principles. The argument is based on sound logic and evidence. Maintain. To keep in a certain condition or state. It's essential to maintain good hygiene for health. Major. Significant or important. The discovery was a major breakthrough in science. Manipulate. To handle or control skillfully to achieve a desired result. The magician can manipulate cards with precision. Manual. A book of instructions or a guide for operating something. The user manual provides step-by-step instructions. Margin. The space or distance between elements. Leave a wide margin on the paper for handwritten notes. Mature. Fully developed or adult-like. She showed a mature attitude in handling the situation. Maximize. To make the best use of or increase to the maximum. The company aims to maximize profits this year. Mechanism. A system or process that operates in a particular way. The clock's mechanism controls its movement. Media. Various means of communication, such as TV and radio. The news was covered by both print and electronic media. Mediate. To intervene to resolve conflicts or disputes. The counselor will mediate the disagreement between them. Medical. Relating to the study or practice of medicine. She works in a medical clinic as a nurse. Medium. The method or material used to convey information. The internet is a popular medium for communication. Mental. Relating to the mind or cognitive processes. Yoga can help improve mental well-being. Method. A particular way of doing something. The scientist used a novel method to analyze the data. Migrate. To move from one place to another. Some bird species migrate to warmer regions in winter. Military. Relating to the armed forces or warfare. He served in the military during his younger years. Minimal. The smallest possible amount or degree. The project requires minimal resources to complete. Minimize. To reduce to the smallest possible extent. The company aims to minimize waste and be sustainable. Minimum. The smallest possible quantity or degree. The minimum age requirement for the job is 18 years. Ministry. A government department or religious organization. He works in the Ministry of Education as a policy analyst. Minor. Lesser in importance, seriousness, or age. She is a minor and requires parental consent. Mode. A particular way or manner of doing something. The restaurant offers dine-in, take-out, and delivery modes. Modify. To make changes or alterations to something. The designer will modify the logo based on feedback. Monitor. To observe, check, or keep track of something. The supervisor will monitor the progress of the project. Motive. A reason or purpose for doing something. His motive for volunteering was to help others. Mutual. Shared or experienced by two or more parties. The two friends had a mutual respect for each other. Negate. To deny the existence or truth of something. The study's results negate the previous hypothesis. Network. A system of interconnected people or things. She built a strong network of professional contacts. Neutral. Not favoring any side or position. The mediator remained neutral during the negotiations. Nevertheless. In spite of that, however. The weather was bad, nevertheless, they enjoyed the trip. Nonetheless. Nevertheless, however, she worked hard. Nonetheless, she didn't win the competition. Norm. A standard or model of behavior or performance. The norm for punctuality is to arrive on time. Normal. Conforming to the standard or typical. After recovering, his health returned to normal. Notion. An idea or belief. The notion of freedom is essential in a democratic society. Notwithstanding. In spite of, despite. Notwithstanding the challenges, they completed the project on time. Nuclear. Relating to atomic nuclei or nuclear energy. Nuclear power is a controversial topic in the energy sector. Objective. A specific goal or purpose. The objective of the study is to analyze consumer behavior. Obtain. To acquire or get hold of something. She managed to obtain the necessary documents. Obvious. Clear and easily perceived. It's obvious that she is talented in music. Occupy. To fill or take up space or time. The new building will occupy a large area downtown. Occur. To happen or take place. The accident occurred on the busy intersection. Odd. Unusual or different from what is expected. It's odd to see snow in this region during summer. Offset. To counterbalance or compensate for something. The savings offset the cost of the expensive trip. Ongoing, continuing, or in progress. The project is still ongoing and not yet completed. Option. A choice or alternative. He has the option to work from home or the office. Orient. To align or adjust in a specific direction. The compass will help you orient yourself to the north. Outcome. The result or consequence of an action. The outcome of the negotiation was favorable for both parties. Output. The amount or quantity produced or generated. The factory increased its output to meet demand. Overall. Considering everything, including all aspects. The overall performance of the team improved this season. Overlap. To have some shared characteristics or elements. The two departments' functions overlap to some extent. Overseas. In or to a foreign country or across the sea. He traveled overseas for a business conference. Panel. A group of experts or individuals with specific expertise. The panel discussed the environmental impact of the project. Paradigm. A model or example that serves as a standard. The new theory challenges the existing paradigm in physics. Paragraph. A distinct section of a written work. Please read the second paragraph of the article. Parallel. Similar or occurring at the same time. The two projects are running in parallel. Parameter. A variable or factor that defines a system or operation. The scientist adjusted the parameters for accurate results. Participate. To take part or be involved in an activity or event. She will participate in the upcoming dance competition. Partner. A person or entity involved in a joint venture or collaboration. They formed a partnership to launch the new product. Passive. Inactive or not actively participating. The audience remained passive during the presentation. Perceive. To become aware of or understand something. He perceives art differently than his peers. Percent. A portion or amount as a fraction of 100. She scored 90% on the math test. Period. A specific duration of time. The project will take place over a 6-month period. Persist. To continue to exist or endure. Despite challenges, she persisted and achieved success. Perspective. A particular point of view or way of seeing things. His perspective on the issue is quite different. Phase. A distinct stage or step in a process. The project is in the testing phase before launch. Phenomenon. A remarkable event or observable occurrence. The aurora borealis is a natural phenomenon in the sky. Philosophy. A system of beliefs or values. Guiding behavior. Stoicism is a philosophical school that emphasizes self-control. Physical. Relating to the body or material form. Regular physical activity is crucial for good health. Plus. In addition to or positive. She got a raise, plus a bonus for outstanding performance. Policy. A set of rules or guidelines for decision-making. The company has a strict policy against workplace harassment. Portion. A part or share of a whole. He ate only a small portion of the meal. Pose. To present or exhibit oneself in a certain way. The model will pose for the fashion photographer. Positive. Showing optimism or a favorable outlook. The team has a positive attitude towards challenges. Potential. The possibility or capability of becoming something. The student shows great potential in her artistic abilities. Practitioner. A person engaged in a specific profession or practice. The dentist is a skilled practitioner with many clients. Precede. To come before or go in front of something. The introduction will precede the main presentation. Precise. Exact or accurate in detail. The architect provided precise measurements for the design. Predict. To foretell or estimate a future event or outcome. The weather forecast predicts rain for tomorrow. Predominant. Most common or having the greatest influence. In this region, agriculture is the predominant industry. Preliminary. Initial or introductory. They conducted a preliminary investigation into the matter. Presume. To assume or suppose without direct evidence. I presume she will be at the meeting since she's the manager. Previous. Happening or existing before the present time. In the previous chapter, we discussed the historical context. Primary. First in order or importance. The primary focus of the study is on customer satisfaction. Prime. Of the highest quality or importance. The Prime Minister addressed the nation on TV. Principal. Most important or a person with high authority. The principal of the school announced the new policy. Principle. A fundamental truth or guiding rule. Honesty is one of the core principles of ethical behavior. Prior. Before or preceding in time or importance. She had a meeting prior to the main event. Priority. Something of great importance given special attention. Safety is the company's top priority. Procedure. A sequence of steps to accomplish a task or goal. The medical procedure was performed by a skilled surgeon. Process. A series of actions or operations to achieve a result. The manufacturing process requires careful monitoring. Professional. Relating to a specific occupation or field of expertise. She is a professional photographer with years of experience. Prohibit. To forbid or disallow something. The sign prohibits smoking in this area. Project. To plan or estimate a future event or situation. They project a 10%. Promote. To advance or encourage the growth of something. The company will promote the best employees. Proportion. The relationship or comparison between parts. The proportion of male to female students is balanced. Prospect. The possibility of future success or opportunity. The job offers excellent career prospects. Protocol. A set of rules or procedures for conduct or action. The protocol requires everyone to wear a mask indoors. Psychology. The scientific study of the mind and behavior. She majored in psychology and works as a counselor. Publish. To make something available to the public. The author will publish her new book next month. Purchase. To buy or acquire something by paying for it. He plans to purchase a new car this year. Pursue. To follow or strive towards a goal or objective. She decided to pursue a career in the arts. Qualitative. Relating to the quality or characteristics of something. The researcher conducted a qualitative study on human behavior. Quote. To repeat or cite someone else's words or statement. He likes to quote famous authors in his speeches. Radical. Extreme or favoring drastic change. The political party proposed radical reforms. Random. Without a specific pattern or reason. The winner was chosen through a random drawing. Range. The extent between limits or boundaries. The price range of the product is affordable for most people. Ratio. The quantitative relationship between two quantities. The ratio of boys to girls in the class is 2:3. Rational. Based on reason or logical thinking. Her decision to pursue higher education was rational. React. To respond to a stimulus or situation. He didn't react to the surprising news immediately. Recover. To regain health, strength, or normal condition. After rest and treatment, she will recover from the illness. Refine. To improve or make more precise. The chef will refine the recipe to enhance the flavors. Regime. A system of government or management. The new regime brought significant changes to the country. Region. An area or district with distinct features. The northern region of the country experiences colder winters. Register. To record or enter information on an official list. Please register your name for the event at the front desk. Regulations. Official rules or laws governing behavior or conduct. The company strictly follows safety regulations. Reinforce. To strengthen or support something. Regular exercise can reinforce the immune system. Reject. To refuse or decline something. The committee decided to reject the proposal. Relax. To become less tense or anxious. She likes to relax by reading a book in the garden. Release. To set free or make something available. The movie will release in theaters next week. Relevant. Closely connected or applicable to the subject. Her research findings are relevant to the discussion. Reluctance. Hesitation or unwillingness to do something. He expressed reluctance to take on the new responsibility. Rely. To depend or trust in something or someone. They rely on each other for support and encouragement. Remove. To take away or eliminate something. Please remove your shoes before entering the house. Required. Necessary or compulsory. A passport is required for international travel. Research. The systematic investigation to discover facts or data. The research team analyzed the data to draw conclusions. Resident. A person who lives in a particular place. He has been a resident of this town for over 10 years. Resolve. To find a solution or decide on a course of action. They resolved the conflict through peaceful negotiations. Resource. A source of help or support. The library is an essential resource for students. Response. An answer or reaction to a stimulus or situation. Her response to the question was thoughtful and insightful. Restore. To bring back to a previous condition or position. The company will restore the historic building to its original state. Restrain. To hold back or control something. He tried to restrain his anger in the argument. Restrict. To limit or control the use of something. The restaurant may restrict the number of guests per table. Retain. To keep or hold onto something. The company will retain its top-performing employees. Reveal. To disclose or make something known. The detective will reveal the identity of the culprit. Reverse. To go back or turn in the opposite direction. He had to reverse the car to get out of the parking spot. Revise. To make changes or improvements to something. After feedback, she decided to revise her essay. Revolution. A drastic or fundamental change in a system or society. The Industrial Revolution transformed the economy. Rigid. Inflexible or strict in behavior or structure. The company has a rigid dress code policy. Role. A function or position someone holds in a situation. Her role in the project was to coordinate the team. Route. The path or course taken from one place to another. The shortest route to the airport is through the highway. Scenario. A possible or imagined sequence of events. The manager discussed the worst-case scenario for the project. Schedule. A plan or timetable for activities or events. The conference schedule includes keynote speeches and workshops. Scheme. A plan or program of action. The government introduced a new tax scheme to boost revenue. Scope. The extent or range of something. The project's scope includes marketing and distribution. Section. A distinct part or subdivision of something. Please read the second section of the report for details. Sector. A distinct area or field of activity. The IT sector has seen significant growth in recent years. Secure. To protect or make safe from harm or danger. He took measures to secure his computer from viruses. Seek. To try to find or search for something. The company is seeking experienced professionals for the job. Select. To choose or pick out from a group. The committee will select the best candidate for the position. Sequence. A particular order or arrangement of events. The sequence of events in the story was captivating. Series. A number of things or events arranged in a line. The TV show has several seasons in its series. Sex. The biological distinction between male and female. The teacher explained the differences between the sexes. Shift. To move or change position. He had to shift the furniture to clean the room. Significant. Important or noteworthy. The discovery is significant in the field of medicine. Similar. Having a resemblance or likeness to something. The two paintings are similar in style and composition. Simulate. To imitate or replicate a situation or process. The engineers use a computer model to simulate the experiment. Site. A location or place where something is situated. The construction of the new building will begin on the site. So-called. Used to indicate a commonly used name for something. He introduced us to his so-called lucky charm. Sole. Being the only one or exclusive. She was the sole survivor of the accident. Somewhat. To some extent or degree. The results were somewhat disappointing. Source. The origin or point of origin of something. The river is the main source of water for the town. Specific. Precise or detailed about something. He provided specific instructions for the task. Specify. To state or define something clearly. The contract should specify the terms and conditions. Sphere. A field of activity, interest, or knowledge. She has expertise in the sphere of environmental science. Stable. Steady or not likely to change. The company's finances are stable and well managed. Statistic. A numerical fact or data represented in a quantitative form. The statistics show an increase in crime rates. Status. Position or standing relative to others. He achieved a high status in his profession. Straightforward. Simple and easy to understand. The instructions were straightforward and clear. Strategy. A plan or method designed to achieve a specific goal. The marketing strategy increased the product's sales. Stress. Pressure or mental strain caused by demanding circumstances. The workload was causing her a lot of stress. Structure. The arrangement or organization of parts. The novel has a complex narrative structure. Style. A distinctive manner or way of doing something. Her writing style is elegant and engaging. Submit. To present or hand over for consideration or judgment. He will submit his report to the supervisor tomorrow. Subordinate. Lower in rank or position. The manager oversees the work of subordinate employees. Subsequent. Following or coming after in time or order. The subsequent chapters explore more advanced topics. Subsidy. Financial assistance or support from the government. The government provides a subsidy to the farming industry. Substitute. To use in place of something else. She used almond milk as a substitute for regular milk. Successor. A person who follows or takes the place of another. The new CEO will be the successor of the current one. Sufficient. Enough or adequate for a particular purpose. She had sufficient funds to cover the expenses. Sum. The total amount resulting from adding numbers or values. The sum of the prices is within the budget. Summary. A concise or brief statement of the main points. The article provides a summary of the research findings. Supplement. To add extra or additional material. The magazine supplement contains articles on lifestyle. Survey. A method of gathering data or information from a group. They conducted a survey to understand customer preferences. Survive. To remain alive or in existence. The explorers had to find food to survive in the wilderness. Suspend. To temporarily halt or discontinue something. The company will suspend production for maintenance. Sustain. To support or maintain something over time. Renewable energy sources can sustain the planet's energy needs. Symbol. A sign or representation of an idea or concept. The dove is a symbol of peace in many cultures. Tape. A long, narrow strip of material. She used tape to wrap the gift securely. Target. A goal or objective to be achieved. The marketing campaign aims to target younger consumers. Task. A piece of work to be done or accomplished. She completed the task before the deadline. Team. A group of individuals working together towards a common goal. The team collaborated to complete the project on time. Technical. Relating to a particular subject or skill. He has technical expertise in computer programming. Technique. A method or way of doing something. The chef demonstrated the proper technique for chopping onions. Technology. The application of scientific knowledge for practical purposes. The advancements in technology have transformed various industries. Temporary. Lasting for a limited time or not permanent. He accepted a temporary position while looking for a permanent job. Tense. Showing time and the relationship between actions and events. The writer used the present tense to describe the scene. Terminate. To bring to an end or conclusion. The contract will terminate after 2 years. Text. A written or printed piece of language. She read the text aloud to her classmates. Theme. A central idea or subject in a work of art or literature. The theme of the novel is the search for self-discovery. Theory. A proposed explanation based on evidence and reasoning. The scientific theory was tested through experiments. Thereby. As a result of or by means of. She improved her skills, thereby increasing her chances of success. Thesis. A statement or theory that is put forward and discussed. The student defended her thesis during the presentation. Topic. The subject of a conversation or discussion. The professor introduced a new topic for the lecture. Trace. A mark or sign left by something that was there before. The detectives found a trace of evidence at the crime scene. Tradition. A belief, custom, or practice handed down from generation to generation. Celebrating Thanksgiving with family is a tradition in many households. Transfer. To move from one place to another. He requested a transfer to a different department. Transform. To change in form or appearance. The caterpillar will transform into a butterfly. Transit. The act or process of moving from one place to another. The subway provides convenient transit around the city. Transmit to send or convey information or signals. The radio station will transmit the live broadcast. Transport. To carry or move from one place to another. The truck will transport the goods to the warehouse. Trend. A general direction in which something is developing or changing. The trend of online shopping has grown in recent years. Trigger. To cause something to happen or begin. The loud noise will trigger the alarm system. Ultimate. The final or highest point or outcome. Winning the championship was their ultimate goal. Undergo. To experience or go through a process or change. The patient will undergo surgery tomorrow. Underlie. To be the basis or foundation of something. Trust and communication underlie a strong relationship. Undertake. To start or take on a task or responsibility. The company will undertake a new project next month. Uniform. The same in form, manner, or degree throughout. The students are required to wear a uniform to school. Unify. To bring or come together as one. The treaty will unify the two countries as allies. Unique. Being the only one of its kind or unlike anything else. Her artwork has a unique style that stands out. Utilize. To make practical use of something. The team will utilize advanced technology for the project. Valid. Sound or well-founded based on evidence or reasoning. His argument is valid and supported by data. Variable. Something that is subject to change or variation. The experiment tested the effects of different variables. Vehicle. A means of transportation or conveying something. The car is a common vehicle for daily commuting. Version. A particular form or adaptation of something. The new version of the software includes additional features. Via. By way of or through a particular place or method. We can send the documents via email. Violate. To break or fail to comply with a law or agreement. Parking in a no parking zone will violate city regulations. Virtual. Existing or occurring online or through digital means. The conference was held virtually due to the pandemic.